Good morning, everybody. I am just getting Alistair's headset all set up while he's making some coffee. With the fabulous kind of starting ambience, which I appreciate, which is nice. Hopefully that's his headset. Oh, no, of course his mic's off. There we go. Ba-da-ba-ba. Alright, that's all set for him when he finishes making his coffee. Oops, wrong button. Hey Ozzy, good morning. I don't believe we'll have our beloved Wendy today. I think she's feeling under the weather. So, I trust everybody to behave while we have no mods. But I'm sure it'll be fine. Hope everybody's enjoying a nice... I'm sorry, I'm trying to do 18,000 things at once. Everybody's enjoying a nice long holiday weekend. If you're enjoying a long holiday weekend, which both the US and the UK are this weekend. Yes, and definitely sending our love to Wendy. So yeah, we've got some time to run here. By all means, take your time, get yourself a beverage. If you are in one of the places in the world right now where it is a quite warm weekend, England, I'm looking at you. Please do yourself a favor during this ad break, and that is get yourself a pitcher or some other container that will hold liquid. Fill that thing with water and put it in your refrigerator. What's the weekend colonialists are having? Yes, absolutely. Well, in the U.S. it is Memorial Day weekend tomorrow. Tomorrow is Memorial Day. And in the U.K. it is one of the bank holiday weekends. I think it's the late spring. I don't know. I don't keep track. Bank holiday weekend.
St. Tarquin's Day of Jubilee.
Exactly.
He's like the stock dragon.
What? Yeah, you just made that up. That's okay.
Basically St. Tarquin or the stock dragon.
Probably the sock dragon, honestly. St. Tarquin absolutely sounds like a British thing. Sorry, folks, having my bagel. But as I was saying, we're going to do some capitalism here for a bit. So if you are in one of the places of the world where it is currently warm, or you are warm or uncomfortable, do me a favor during this ad break. 1, get yourself a drink of water. Maybe a vessel of water from which to sip over the next half an hour or so. And 2, fill a larger vessel with water and leave it in your refrigerator so that you have nice, cool water for later. Bonus points if you are, like me, someone who enjoys ice in their cold beverages. Make sure your ice cube trays are filled and put them in the freezer.
Which, as requested, I refilled last night.
Which you refilled last night. Yes, thank you very much. You even filled the one that doesn't normally get ice, which I appreciate.
Well, I was feeling better.
That's okay. There's no such thing as too much ice in the summer, as far as I am concerned. Exactly. I don't actually know the English name, but I'm not going to try and pronounce that. Sounds like a European holiday. Fantastic. It's a good time of year to have a holiday because the weather's beautiful. And, of course, yours truly has decided to spend this lovely 3 or 4, in my case, because I took off Friday as well, 4-day weekend, stripping layers of wallpaper from a room again, and discovering yet again that the former owners of this house just decided to paint over the wallpaper at one point, and then put another layer of wallpaper over that paint! Which means all of the nice and easy fast removal techniques don't work because they can't get through the paint layer. So I have started listening to The Witch, the Wizard, and the Wild One because I have hours and hours and hours of tedious warm labor ahead of me. So, very fun. Has holiday weekend at the beginning of May on account of Labor Day and National Holiday being 2 days apart. Oh, that sounds fabulous. So, it's a good thing it is still spring.
When's Labor Day in the US?
Labor Day is in September. It is Memorial Day on Monday.
So what you're saying is Labor Day is not Labor Day?
Is not Labor Day. I know you love this joke.
But so many jokes I love.
Bagel.
Hey, Australian, how we doing?
It is depressingly autumnal here. Oh, I find it hard for autumn to be depressing, because if autumn is cool and crisp and clear, then you get beautiful colors, and if autumn is wet and soggy, then it's probably because your summer was very hot and dry and you're enjoying the contrast. Either way, I am heartened by the idea that it's always pumpkin spice latte season somewhere. But that's just because I'm an optimist.
That's like the general.
Oh, I'm with you, Australian. 100%. The only reason I am not at the beach there are two reasons I am not at the beach this weekend. One, aforementioned stripping of painted wallpaper. And two, because it's a holiday weekend here in the UK, and that means every motherfucker is at the beach. And I don't want to deal with that. I would much rather enjoy the flexibility of my schedule and go on a random Wednesday when nobody's around to be bothered.
Also, I gotta say, it's always pumpkin spice latte season somewhere. Feels like the rejoinder to "it can't rain all the time" that we've waited decades for.
I think that's very optimistic of you. Alright. Beach usually just means either it's raining, which is kind of a miserable time to go to a beach, to be honest, or it's windy and cool, and okay, you're talking to somebody who swims in the Pacific without a wetsuit, so that doesn't bother me, you know?
Oh yeah, I distinctly remember that time we went to the beach and you and Heather were happily punching through waves, which were picking me up and suplexing me.
There is a heck of an undertow at that beach, yes, that is correct. Right, folks, we'll get started in just a minute here. I have half a bagel left.
I have this very clear memory of being upside down, feeling beach on the top of my head and going, maybe the Pacific's a bit much for me today.
I think everybody should have the humbling experience of nature saying, oh, I am so much bigger than you.
Oh, that was the riptide.
Yeah. Interesting whiplash of going from my college, which is very hot, to my parents' house, which is somewhat chilly. Be careful. Those sorts of temperature changes, in my personal experience, are what leads to getting ill in the summer.
Yeah.
As a person living relatively close to the sea, but not quite, I've learned that if you like seaside towns or anything other than the beach, itself, you're generally out of luck for visiting out of the summer season. Yeah, exactly. I'm being cooked alive in my roof room, but I've made some cold soup yesterday, which will be fridge cold today, and a blessing to my overly warm body. That sounds fabulous.
That sounds great.
As a veteran person who lives in warm and dry temperatures, if you need more cooling down tips, just let me know. Most of them involve things that live in your refrigerator at this time of year. Museums and shopping. Tell people about the museum thing we discovered.
Oh, the Manchester thing? Because I think I can talk about the project, because it doesn't have an NDA on it.
Yes, it does.
Okay. I'm doing a thing...
Incidentally,
I got hired to do a thing this week by a company I've worked for a couple of times before, and it's really exciting, and it is a field I've not worked for with them before, which means that I get to do a bunch of research about some really exciting stuff. One of those things being maybe my all-time favorite piece of art, the Great Wave. And I can never remember whether it's the Great Wave of Hokusai or the Great Wave of Kanagawa.
It's Kanagawa. Hokusai is the artist.
Thank you. The Great Wave of Kanagawa is the kind of fractal tsunami with the little boats in it that you see everywhere.
Your shopping bag is the Great Wave.
My mouse pad is the Great Wave.
We have Lego of the Great Wave in one of their portrait series.
And we found out the original is in the UK right now.
Yeah, it's on display at the Whitmore, I can't remember the exact name of it, a museum in Manchester.
Yes. So we need to go up north in a few weeks anyway. And what we're thinking about doing is basically taking a detour and kind of overnighting in Manchester, then going to see the painting and going to Moose Coffee because it's in Manchester, and then heading home. The added bonus to all of this is I saw a really nice movie on Friday, which is set entirely in Manchester, so it would be kind of nice to go spend some time in the city.
Yeah, it's just I hate driving there, but we'll figure it out.
Just park on the outskirts and get a train or something.
Yeah, I'm wondering
fine.
if there's some sort of park and ride situation we could maybe take advantage of. Right. I've eaten most of my bagel. I've had 2 cups of coffee this morning because Twiglet was very kind and let us sleep in till 7 a.m. this morning. He's been waking us up about 5:45 every morning to play his favorite game, which is Mommy, please throw the orange ponytail holder. But he let us sleep in this morning, and then he lost it under the bed, and I had to take the drawers out to get it out from underneath the bed.
And yeah, Ozzy, you are correct. It's a print, so original is kind of a movable feast.
Yeah, exactly.
But if nothing else, I'm really curious about scale. I have no idea how large the actual piece of artwork is.
The original board is, yeah, exactly. All right, let us return to Harmony, the Fall of Reverie. I do not currently have the content notes in front of me, but I do believe there is some processing of grief, some gender identity.
Yes.
Some exploration of open relationships.
Jennifer English being perky.
That is correct. So let us continue. My assumption is that it's not an overly large piece. I returned to Atina to look for my mother, Ursula. The city has changed so much. I'll need to adapt if I want to get my bearings. Has it? Is that your mom on the mural there?
I think it might be.
Okay. So we are about to start chapter 2. We did the long road. The ones that are darkened out are ones we've already done. R1. Oh yeah, see. We went with Bliss. Yeah, we went with I hope we don't have to agree with. Wait a minute. Have we done this? No, we have not.
So we're at familiar face, foreign emotion.
Let's go back. Act overview. Oh, that is chapter 2. Yeah, that is. We're at chapter 2 now. Here we go. All right. Familiar face, forward emotion. Laszlo's expecting me maybe more than anyone else is, and this will reveal 2 nodes that we have to choose between, one of which is Bliss, and one of which is Bond, who is an individual we haven't met yet, and will probably side with. So, let's go.
And it's probably hot.
I mean, the eye symbol means that the node will trigger a revelation. Revelations unveil nodes still invisible to Polly on the augural. See the links extending from the icon? They point to the nodes that will be revealed. Ah, see? These are the nodes that will be revealed. Because apparently I can't get past them right now. Wow, there's a lot of decision making. Okay, cool. Hi, Lavalish. Sorry I missed you coming in. Hi, Bertus. Good morning. So what is this game about and what have I missed? Right. You want to provide a little recap?
Yeah, we are playing a artist who returns to the, I believe, island town that she grew up in.
Correct. Searching for her mom.
Searching for her mom. Mom is something of an icon in the town. She leads an artistic community and set up a basically artistic commune in an abandoned swimming pool facility, which we now live in and is completely gorgeous. We have a good friend there who is contemplating whether or not to take corporate money and basically go for security over the work that they want to do, and we talk them round. In and amongst all of this, when we're going through Mom's things, because Mom is kind of missing, we find ourselves shifted sideways into a very unusual dimension, full of extremely large, kind of monolithic architecture, and inhabited by people who are, I believe, referred to as auspices.
Hang on a second. Let me check the codex.
Here we go.
So Nora's.
This is Nora.
This is us. Who's Marco Ricci? Don't know. So, hang on. I'm trying to navigate.
Aspirations. There we
Aspirations.
go. Aspirations are to make the obvious draw. Imagine the positive version of a fear from Magnus Archives. Or perhaps the neutral version of a fear from Magnus Archives.
Archetypes from Sandman.
Yes, or archetypes from Sandman without the get fucked to infinity creator of it. People who embody and approach a concept. We've met two so far. Power, who is a dick.
The Endless, that's right.
Say what?
The Endless, I believe, is what they're referred to in Sandman.
Yes. And Bliss, who is a cheery little eagle who generates emojis when she talks. And it has been implied quite heavily that Mom may have served time as an aspiration, or possibly has become one.
Because we've certainly inherited it from her.
Yes. Bliss has all but said that we maybe shouldn't be able to shift between worlds like we do.
Right. And we've basically just started exploring and trying to figure all of this out. So, this is where we are. Atenas is the city, and then the Naiads is the pool.
Yes.
Where we've formed where Mom formed this community, and then MK. Thank you very much.
Mono concern
is the evil megacorp that is offering security services and medical services and well-paying jobs. And
there is a line in Brockmire, the excellent baseball comedy, which is leaving Netflix shortly, and which I'm very sad about, where someone describes the petrochemical firm that they work for as, just a mom and pop oil drilling concern.
So chapter 1 was very much what is going on here and getting our feet wet, and now we are at Act 1, Chapter 2. And as you can see, we can't see past those decision gates yet. See, those are the ones that I think are about to be revealed.
Yeah, I agree.
It's interesting that when we get to Chapter 3, there are 3 decisions to make. And then these are the final, some sort of final decision is going to get made. We can either go, we have to collect these crystals from our decisions. We can either be blissful, or this place needs a guiding hand, someone to show the way, which are bond or power. So, I don't know. I can see Bliss being more interesting than power. Bliss is definitely more interesting than power at this point, but we haven't seen bond yet. So, yes, is where we're going to go now. Familiar face, foreign emotion. Reveal 2 nodes. Simia's Creek.
Oh, how lovely.
What is this? So there's the big company downtown.
Isn't that your house, literally on the cliffside with the water tower?
I don't think so. I look up at the sky, the clouds floating by, obscuring the newly revealed stars. Familiar, but unknowable. Beautiful, but ever-changing. I mean, for set value change, but okay.
I came out here for 2 hours last week.
So what is the codex saying here? Seamus Creek, unfortunately, Alma's only public beach, has been closed since the 90s. Because of the toxic water that is dumped into our sea, swimming on this side of the island is strictly prohibited. Since the Green Hills Agreement of 2026, okay, so it's definitely further in the future than that. Has the protagonist grown up without her mom? No, she did grow up with her mom. The relationship was strained, and we as the protagonist left for, I believe, a biochemistry degree,
yes.
University, or something like that. Since the Green Hills Agreement of 2026, Mono Concern has been hard at work to rid our coast of pollution. It is confident that we'll be able to steer clear. That we will be able to clear our beaches by the end of the decade. A brand new water park near Seamus Creek will create new job opportunities. Construction of the park should be completed just as our shores are reopened to the public. So cool, but not there now.
I believe it.
They suck you in, don't they? Especially when the sea's calm and you can see them reflected down there.
Nora also has a single earring, from what I can tell.
I looked up the voice cast for this, and Nora is voiced by the host of Philosophy Tube.
I don't know what Philosophy
Philosophy Tube is a very well-regarded long-form video essay YouTube channel.
Nice. I look over at her, neck craned upwards, a half smile on her lips. She seems calmer. I'm glad.
All right. Time to rip off the bandage. Let's go see Laszlo.
I'll be at your side.
I know you will.
I really like Nora. She lowers her gaze from the heavens to look me in the eye.
You haven't seen him the last few days?
Abigail Thorne?
Looking her up now.
Full-on denial. It's killing me to see him like this.
Sounds rough. But we'll find a way. Right? Even if we have to outdrink him with his own imported beers.
That wins me another smile, clearer this time.
They are so expensive. And I'm broke, just so you know.
We walk through the streets of our childhood, laughter bouncing off the old, familiar walls. We chat as we go. We're sad that one store closed, amazed that another's managed to stay open. We laugh, a godsend, considering the circumstances. But the further we walk, the worse the flickers get. Bond's Marsh. This place is lovely.
And enormous.
Yeah. Images of other places, impossible places, reverie. Birds flutter about my head, phasing in and out of reality, and a kindly voice calls my name. And then he's there, in front of me.
Greetings. Did I startle you?
So this is Bond, loving the cat's cradle. Interesting earrings again. Ooh, that's got black pepper in it.
Where am I? Who are you? Another aspiration?
Exactly. I'm Bond. My siblings keep forgetting about me. I'm not interrupting anything, am I?
Is that?
Yeah.
Oh, bless him! I love his voice.
He's working much higher up in his register
Yes,
for this.
absolutely. For those of you who are like, wait a minute, what is the actor's name?
Ramon Tickerum.
Ramon Tickerum, a.k.a. Dorian.
Hello, darling.
From Inquisition. The kindest of all the aspirations, Bond is the connection between all things and strength in numbers. Not really escaping the endless comparison. Selfishness is a foreign concept to Bond. He lives through the eyes and feelings of others. Bond was once a multitude, but resigned himself to becoming a single being for the convenience of the other aspirations. This is mainly because he needs them to exist and forge the connections on which he thrives. Communication between the aspirations has greatly improved thanks to Bond, and he introduced the concepts of equality and inclusivity to dreams.
Interesting. Tickerum is a really interesting guy. He is the brother of early 90s kind of indie folk rock star Tanita Tickerum. And this is all pretty much solidly thrown at Wendy.
Who's not in the chat.
Who's not in the chat, so this is for Valhalla. He was the unbelievably hot bike courier from seminal 90s drama This Life. He was the evil journalist from early seasons of Primeval.
Oh, yes! Yes!
And he has a small but very pivotal role in possibly the best terrible movie ever made, Jupiter Ascending, as a Starship crew member.
Mm-hmm. But nerds like me, this is our gay bestie.
No. I guess I'm getting used to it. I feel at home, somehow.
Naturally. My path is one of community, friendship, and empathy. My mangrove forest is a place of warmth and safety.
It's beautiful, too.
And I am an excellent host. The journey before you, Harmony, is one with many roads and even more destinations. I am here to guide you towards those that lead to understanding, not conflict.
Okay. I like that bias.
I know this won't be as simple as that, unfortunately.
Oh, you mean your mother. I know you will find a way to see eye to eye with her.
Fat chance, but sure. Let's pretend that's even remotely possible.
I don't wish to keep you. Before you go, I have but one piece of advice. Remain mindful of others. Then your journey may be one of discovery, not destruction.
Interesting. Laszlo's bar. Oh my gosh, it's adorable! Before I can reply to this newest aspiration, I blink, and I'm back on Atina.
Turns out he wasn't even talking to me. Can you believe it? What an idiot.
Being able to channel all the aspirations. I'm not sure. Bond's estuary. So I've gone to his sanctuary. The once vibrant, thriving jungle has been quiet for a few cycles now. There, wrapped in shadows, swarms of life forms live and multiply. Bond knows each and every soul and secret that dwells within this boundless marsh, and he cares for them all. His mind swims through their energy, breeding new lives each day. Although this cosmos has lost much of its vital energy, Bond kindly watches over it like a shepherd, welcoming vagrant dreams as well. Interesting. And estuary is a fabulous natural phenomenon analogy for Bond's preferences. I love that. Very interesting.
Well, we're here.
She's right. Laszlo's bar. I give her a reassuring nudge, and we head to the counter. Laszlo's bar, one of the numerous bars built under tram lines in the early 70s. Run by a colorful bartender for over 20 years, it has earned quite the reputation. Under City Council's Community Enhancement Program, tiny bars such as this one flourished around Atina's tram stations. However, they slowly disappeared in the 10s and were replaced by larger automated multi-story breweries. Interesting. This bar is among the last of its kind, importing beverages from neighboring islands and coasts. So it is Atina's version of a dive bar, I guess.
Basically, yeah.
I like that it reminds me of our coffee van guy.
Yeah.
The place hasn't changed at all, except it's a little messier. So I see a lot of dirty dishes and what are the little LZ? Are they like rocks or something? A lot messier, in fact. But the rest, the ramshackle seating, the sticky counter, the rumble of the tram line overhead, this place always felt like a second home to me. We don't even know what we're tasked with yet. The implication is that we're tasked with balance, but Bliss's take on it is that we are tasked with bringing vitality and experience.
I think you basically nailed it.
Everybody's going to have a different view about what our goal should be.
Bliss is all about vitality and experience. Power is all about, well, everything
a guiding
runs through
hand.
me via you.
Yeah.
Bond, I suspect, is not going to want anything and will be a discussion of how
harmony and balance,
and also,
i.e. the lack of conflict.
And also how when you go too far into that, you get into the worst excesses of centrism where you're just like,
Yeah, we just maintain the status quo forever, exactly. And there, tending bar.
Molly, you're here. I'm so glad you're finally here.
You're a little clingy. Laszlo. He leaves the counter and comes over. Before I can react, he's grabbed me in a bear hug. My phone jams up into my ribs, and I force a smile. I don't like what an uncomfortable relationship I appear to have with this individual.
My word, it's good to see you, Polly. You look like a strong breeze would knock you over. Are you eating? Here, look, I've got snacks behind the bar.
Laszlo. Born 1974, former nurse and owner of a well-established bar in Alma. Widower of Alex
Natalizia,
with whom he had one daughter,
Veruca
Kassar. Interesting. Met Ursula Beauclair while on duty at St. James Hospital, was one of the first community members to join her in renovating the Naiads. Briefly sat on city council in the 90s, became his granddaughter Nora's legal guardian when Veruca Kassar chose not to raise her child. Refused multiple offers from MK to franchise his bar. Yeah, father figure, but I'm having an uncomfortable relationship with him, which is weird. First community members joined the city council, became his granddaughter. So Nora is his granddaughter. Okay. So was he in love with my mother? Is that what's going on? Interesting. Nora rolls her eyes. She wasn't wrong. His smile is too wide, his voice a bit too loud. Laszlo's a jolly fellow, but this is a bit too jolly for the situation. Why? He's in denial, is my guess. Alright. Distant objectives. Several objective nodes have been revealed. It will be impossible to gather the crystals required to complete both objectives. You will have to make a decision. Will you follow Bliss path or Bonds instead? Probably Bonds, to be honest. Bliss strikes me as la 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 la. Let's play music while the Titanic sinks. Yeah. All right. So those choices are Bond. A family tree is a fragile thing. Be careful how you handle it, Harmony. Or Bliss is, you haven't seen each other for ages. Take it easy. Serious stuff can wait. Interesting. And then here's the endings. Laszlo opens up to his friends as the Bond selection. Someone goes away and the community falls apart. Bring it back together. Let it heal in unity. Or the Bliss wrote is Laszlo finally talks to Nora. Laszlo is hiding his emotions. You need to strengthen his bonds with the people he loves. Neither of those solutions are things that I hate.
That's a nice piece of writing.
Someone goes away and the community falls apart. Bring it back together. Let it heal in unity. Laszlo opens up to his friends, or Laszlo finally talks to Nora. I don't know about what yet. So, interesting. I actually don't hate either one of these. Strengthening his bonds with the people he loves is important. Interesting. So these are the consequences here, is all either a family tree is a fragile thing, be careful how you handle it. So I can either ask Nora about Laszlo, or I can hold off on getting to business, it looks like. Interesting. Well, we've also got, hold off for now, you haven't seen each other for ages, take it easy, serious stuff can wait. I actually think that's a good idea.
Me too.
Of not diving completely into it at the end. Now, let me look at our final things. Our final conditions are, I either need to have 2 bliss crystals, or I need to have 2 bond crystals. And it looks like I'm going to have more than one opportunity to earn them. So I'm kind of inclined, even though my final solution I think is going to be bond, I'm kind of inclined to go for bliss here, because I think it might... I don't know. I also kind of want to experience what a bond crystal is like. Take it easy, serious stuff can wait. I don't know. Here's the nice thing. We're about to have an ad break. So, folks, have some thoughts. I know there very little in this game so far has been presented as obviously yes or obviously no. It's all, human emotion complicated, which I think is brilliant. Which I also think is why the mechanics of the game are designed to help you emotionally point-by-point orienteer. It's like you've got to go from here to there. You have variance in how you get there. But keep in mind that if this is your objective, this is where you will need to net out, which I like.
From a narrative design point of view, I really like the idea of these events are going to happen. How you interact with them and the color you put on them is your freedom within that. Yeah.
It's a way of... We talked last time, chat, about what a representation like this of the branching narrative would look like in Scarlet Hollow, or Slay the Princess, and it would just be impossible, right? You'd have to 4 and 5 dimensions of it. But the idea that this game maybe started from the visual representation of a choice mechanic and then kind of worked backwards, I like a lot. Right, so let us take our ad break. Let me get some more coffee. Something inside out, right? Exactly. And have a thought and let us know what you think, chat, about what might be. Oh, look at the little baby. Oh, we've got so many little baby birds in the yard right now. They're so cute. Have a think about what might be the right choice for us. I'm kind of leaning, I could go either way. With Bond, I like that you ask Nora about him, but I also like the idea of, hey, we just got here, let's not cut to the chase, right? He seems very nervous and uncomfortable.
That thing about in denial, I'm guessing that either means some business concern with the bar or a health issue.
Or he's just nodded, now that my mother is gone, he's realizing he has regret and things that he hasn't expressed or processed, so... Right, let's take an ad break, get a coffee refill, let us know your thoughts, chat. My bird Freddy brings all the chick to the yard. I can't have bird feeders. There's a disease that is currently spread by bird saliva, which has meant that the Audubon Society has recommended we empty all of our bird feeders. So I have one hanging up on the window that I would love to fill, but I'm not supposed to right now. But fortunately, there are a gazillion pill bugs in my copepods in my yard, so the little guys are going well fed. It's not a problem.
Lots of protein.
We'll be right back, everybody. See you in a couple minutes. Would you refill my coffee for me? I would like a very generous spoonful of sugar, if you please. It's the weekend and I have to do heavy, sweaty labor later, so I'm allowed to take up a bit. You're the bestest. I know, but there's so many cute little baby birds in the yard. It's adorable. Also, I have to add something to my shopping list while I'm thinking about it, because last week I made an incredible pear sorbet that we have now devoured and is all gone. And we have a bunch of apples that probably need using up. And so I was thinking about, would apple sorbet work? It probably wouldn't have a very intense taste. I was like, what about apple cinnamon sorbet? That sounds really good, but it's not quite the right type of weather for it. So we're going to try an apple mint sorbet, I think, this week and see how that goes, which sounds very exciting. And I ate all the strawberry frozen yogurt as well. So I should probably make another frozen yogurt flavor. Maybe I'll make blackberry frozen yogurt. Ooh. Blackberry frozen yogurt sounds really good. Let me write down blackberries. Yum. Our neighbors have a very large, well-trained, thornless blackberry vine in the back of their garden. And every once in a while, they'll give me like a giant bucket of blackberries. And they're the happiest days. Oh, they are the absolute best. But this year, this is the first day of like really warm growing. Yesterday and today are like the first big batch of hot weather that we've had. So none of my herb seeds have come up yet. Some of the flowers have, not all of them yet. So I think it's going to be kind of a late summer. Fresh mint and blackberries. I have to go to Lidl. Lidl has great fruit prices. European blueberries. Is there a difference between blueberry? I'm not very familiar with blueberry species. I know the difference between cultivated strawberries and wild strawberries, but that's about it. Ooh, and I wonder if I could find Rainier cherries again. Those are my favorites. I don't like Bing cherries, the dark red ones. The big sweet ones are American. Big surprise. I don't know that when I buy blueberries commercially, they make a distinction all that often, to be honest. I don't know. I don't mind blueberry. Blueberry's another good candidate for sorbet. The other thing I made to go with the sorbet, and this is a very me thing, but last, I think it was for Christmas, or maybe for New Year's, I have an old recipe from my mom's cookbooks that I always meant to get around to, and I finally made it. And they're called savories. So think savory shortbread. It's made with blue cheese and black pepper. And what you do is you cut them out and then you put like a little thumbprint in them and then you fill them with some kind of jam and you bake them. And they were really, really good over the holidays. But what I did is I made a bunch of them without any jam in them, just basically blue cheese shortbread. And they were phenomenal with the pear sorbet. They are now, oh God. So we might have to think about making another sort of wonderfully soft cheese shortbread cookie to go with sorbet. Instead of strawberry froyo, we could do blackberry froyo.
I love
blackberry or blueberry froyo.
I think I have a slight preference for blueberry.
Okay, slight preference for blueberry eye.
Chat, I should also tell you, we had a moment this morning where I thought the cat delivery system might have decided that we had waited too long.
Yes, exactly.
I was getting dressed, and I heard meow, meow, meow. And you know that thing cats do where it's the same call with the same duration after all of it? They're kind of, help me.
Yeah.
My first thought was, obviously, what's Twiglet done? And then I heard Marguerite feed him downstairs, and I looked up, and this enormous, floofy ginger boy was walking across the green on the other side of the road from us, just going, meow, meow. And I watched, and I thought, okay.
I'm going to go help this cat.
All right, cat's in trouble. Two dogs and their owner come past, and the owner steers away from the cat, because the cat's like, what the fuck? Which I thought was really sweet. And then there is this lady who has two old, retired greyhounds that she walks every morning, and I saw her, and she headed straight for this cat. And my first thought was, that's kind of
rude,
nasty. And then she just walked straight up to it and went, come on then. And the cat turned around, tail up, wiggling and happy, and led his human and his two idiot weird cats home. And he was in no distress at all. Aww. It was just, Mom, oh hi.
Dork. So let's go to the codex and see what these new entries are. So we read Laszlo's entry, didn't we? We read the bar. We read the sanctuaries. There doesn't seem to be anything else. That cat knows his role in the world. There are multiple cats in this neighborhood who walk their humans. There's a young couple with now 2 children, and they're all named A. So I think it's Aaron and Amy, and then they have a little boy named Andy, and they have 2 cats named Ace and Amber. And Amber, the mom and the now older brother, because they have a baby girl, go on a walk every day. and Amber follows. And there are times where Amber will sit at the edge of the driveway and be like, meow, 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 and she needs a human to walk home. So there have been multiple times where we've been like, Amber, are you lost? And she just wants to lead a human back to her house down the road, which is very sweet.
Her house that's 30 feet away.
I know, in line of sight of our driveway. And Ace, is one of the 4 white cats in the neighborhood, and Ace loves to sleep in our back garden. There's one particular corner where no flowers will ever grow because Ace likes to take his nap there, which is very sweet. All right, it looks like we've gone through the codices. I'm not notifications. Let's see. Yeah, Seamus Creek, Bond's Estuary, the bar, Laszlo. Either objectives, Laszlo finally talks to Nora or opens up to his friends. Those are the objectives at the end. You know, we don't have to put all of this on Nora, is what I'm saying. Well, Nora gets to make her own decisions. So let's. You haven't seen each other for ages. Take it easy. Serious stuff can wait. I like, but what I also need to be conscious of is I need 2 crystals when I get to the end here. And I wonder what happens if we only... Yeah, see? I have to have 2 bliss crystals or 2 bond crystals. What happens if I have 1 of each by the time I get there? I think it's kind of implied I'm going to get multiple chances to earn crystals. But I'm going to go on hold off for now. I think that's the right decision. Last call, chat, for any stronger feelings. But we haven't seen a bliss choice yet.
We haven't.
So yeah. I thought this might be a good idea. And, you know, it's probably game design that says we can earn more than 1 crystal in the chapter so that we don't get stuck.
Yeah.
Right. Let's hold off for now. We've just come back. Let's give it a minute. All right. Laszlo bustles off to grab some unneeded snacks, and I turn to take in the place. It really is exactly the same, minus the extra mess. I can only see one thing that's really changed. The photo of Ursula that used to hang behind the bar. It's gone.
Here we go. A Polly special on the house.
He's brought over an armful of snacks and drinks, including several of my favorite brands. Antina made and spicy.
Ooh. Right down memory lane.
Wait, I forgot something. Don't move.
Okay. Cheers and worries. Something's afoot with Laszlo. Something beside Ursula's disappearance. Oh, look at the little emojis around the bliss option.
Oh, I like that.
I want to check something. Let's go back here. I don't think we get to go back. Let's keep an eye on these things. Oh, I think it's just a one-time thing, unfortunately. Oh, I kind of exited out of it. And then, again with the rainbow here. And the heart emojis. I still don't know what these emoticons near the dialogue options are supposed to convey. Cheers and worries. Something's afoot with Laszlo. Something besides Ursula's disappearance. With Laszlo fussing about behind the counter, Nora smiles and goes over to chat with some regulars. Good for her. There are a few faces I recognize, names bubbling up from the fog of forgotten memory. Laszlo's friends. They look older, shrunken almost. Snippets of conversation drift my way. He's not been the same these last few days. What's wrong with him? I turn my head away. I don't need to hear anymore. They're worried too. I need to do something. Inevitable nodes. This is an inevitable node. Well, I'm not sure. Laszlo is Nora's grandfather, but there's an implication that there's something unresolved there. Ursula is missing. Ursula is my mother. This is an inevitable node. You have no choice but to play this type of node when it becomes available. Okay, because I can't go any further, can I? Hang on. This is the choice I'm going to get to make. Take him for a walk. If he's too shy to talk in front of Nora, you should give him some privacy. Or a helping hand. But Laszlo needs support even if he won't admit it. Why don't you show him the way?
I think I kind of like that.
So let's try this inevitable node and see what happens here. Sorry, my computer keeps falling asleep. There we go. Laszlo's a pro at avoiding serious subjects. No choice but to listen to him for now. It's a canon event, exactly. I try to start up a conversation with him, but he immediately launches into a discussion of almost politics and the price of importing beer. I let him do the talking. It feels good to hear him talk about mundane
Did Nora
things.
tell you about the storm a while back?
Storm?
I've seen pictures. How bad was it?
Bit of flooding around the island, but the walls held and the roof barely leaked at home. Nora helped board up the bar. We had a good laugh at all the drowned drones the next day. Spotted some MK folks trying to scoop them up before they floated out to sea.
Competitive drone fishing.
Love it. He smiles and his face relaxes somehow.
A sport where nobody wins.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, we're using Open Dyslexic font here. Okay, so now I have two options. I have Laszlo needs support even if you won't admit it. Why don't you show him the way, which is called a helping hand. Or take him for a walk. If he's too shy to talk in front of Nora, you should give him some privacy.
What are we thinking?
I'm thinking I want to stay kind of balanced as far as crystals are concerned. But look, if you look higher up, you see how I make a choice here, but then there appear to be another set of choices at the top that will give me another crystal option.
Yeah.
So I like the idea of a helping hand. I bet if I help him start doing the dishes or something,
exactly.
That might give him a chance to talk. Why don't you show him the way? I really like this one. Yeah. Here we go. This is going to be tough. Laszlo is open and generous, but when it comes to his feelings, not so much. It could be hard to get through to him. I wait until he's busy with a customer to talk to Nora.
Okay, here's the plan. We have to get his guard down, or he'll stay like this forever. And that's no good for anyone.
I love that we're reading Nora in on this.
Yeah.
So, it's time for some bar work.
What?
Just follow my lead.
I rise and walk behind the bar as confidently as I can. Nora follows close after
Come
me.
on, move over.
What are you two up to?
We're going to help you clean up.
Tending bar. Judging from the state of this place, you can use all the help you can get.
I feel like Bliss's attitude kind of embodies ignorance as bliss. She encourages ignoring obvious problems. Yeah, she's very experiential, and she also says specifically she hates hierarchy.
The place is looking a little untidy, I suppose. A bit busy, you know?
Looks like a bomb's gone off, Grandpa.
The nerves on this girl.
But he smiles. The banter's enjoyable, after
I
all.
love you too.
Aww. The next the X icon means that the next node will trigger a revocation. It will block access to other nodes forever. Select a node with a revocation to see the nodes that will be blocked. Ah, I see. Oh, so these are dependent choices. If I want to end up with a bond, I have to pick this one. If I want to end up with bliss, I have to pick this one. Or vice versa, etc., etc. Talk about the naiads. Even if he seems to avoid the place, he might have things to say. Revoke, Laszlo speaks about MK. Or talk about change. Maybe he can explain what feels so off about Antina, which revokes, he speaks about Ursula. I want him to talk about Ursula, don't I?
I would think so.
Yeah, which is the bond option. No. It's the bliss option. Interesting. Well, whatever choice this is, it's going to dictate how I get out of here. And see how the icon underneath has filled in for how many crystals I have?
Yep.
So if I want to end up with the bond chalk about him opening up to his friends or him talking to Nora, I have to, that choice is basically where I am now. You need to strengthen his bonds with the people he loves, or someone goes away and the community falls apart. Bring it back together, let it heal in harmony. I like the idea of him opening up to his friends and not making his granddaughter the one that he is dependent upon for his emotional health. I'd much rather he did that. So in order to get another bond crystal, at this choice, I have to take talking about the naiads.
Yep.
Oh no, the other way around. I have to take talking about change. So focusing on him on the town and the community, as opposed to focusing on him on Ursula and family. I think bliss encourages letting Laszlo be closed off. It does. It keeps him isolated to Nora, and I don't find that particularly healthy. I would rather this community started, accepting its loss and unifying around the lack of its de facto leader. Okay, so we're going to go with this one. While Bond tells us to focus on emotions and relationships head on, and it's also community oriented, so it's not that any one person has to be the source of emotional stuff. So we're going to do this one. I start to tidy up, grabbing discarded bar rags, empty bottles, and stale-smelling glasses. Nora looks at me confused. I jerk my head towards a pile of dirty bar mats. She starts cleaning up around the bar. I know she was hoping for another kind of family reunion,
Got
but...
to admit, it's a little strange. Being back here? On a Tina?
Laszlo nods, but doesn't look up from the glass he's
Funny how
cleaning.
a place can change so much while staying the same.
Oh, absolutely.
He's nodding again, but his mind is clearly elsewhere. Every now and again he glances at Nora, concern in his eyes. Or is it fear? Whatever it is, this isn't like him. So this is him expressing his concerns about NT as opposed to talking about family, which is what I wanted to do. And then we move on here. After a moment of silence, Laszlo places the glass on the counter and arcs his head towards the sky. The light is slowly increasing. The moon's rays are bisected by the tramline above. A breeze flutters his shirt, kicks up dust off the street.
There's change in that wind. Been a long time coming. Sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? But you live in a place long enough, you know.
There it is. My opening's right there.
Not ridiculous. Not at all.
Ursula, she was... part of it. Something bigger, something I couldn't see. Scares me a bit, sure.
Scares him? What's going on here?
But you can't hold off change forever.
Laszlo's searching gaze drifts back towards me and softens. All at once, he looks a bit less haggard, less sleepless.
Glad you're back, Polly.
We're going to find her.
We have to. MK's pressuring us. They want the Naiads. Or...
They want the land, especially.
They don't care about that old building of ours. They want to build a mall or something, I don't know. And we're running dry. But... well...
He shrugs, signaling the discussion is over, and he zeroes in on his glasses again.
I think he did. I really think he did.
He might have had suspicions, or just... I think Ursula also has track record for... Remember what happened with the protagonist's father? She just picked up and moved on when he was gone.
Yeah.
And maybe Laszlo has concerns that Ursula did the same to him, but she left? Not sure. Not sure at all. May the sun return soon. It's been a long day, but there are still some things that need to be said. I wonder what these other choices were. Ask about Nora and how he feels. Warn him about denial or be gentle. Interesting. I love how many different ways there are to have conversations through here. It's really neat. Night has fallen. The place is almost empty apart from Laszlo's friends and the phone-browsing Nora. A lot of texts. I'm curious, but it's not my place to investigate, at least not now.
It has been a day.
Definitely a day.
Tomorrow's creeping up on us already.
He nods his head at me, but this time it's genuine. There's a faint sparkle in his eyes. His armor isn't gone, but the straps have loosened. It's a start.
Lovely turn of phrase.
I'm just kind of worried that Nora may be bored, honestly. So... Too bad Laszlo didn't reconnect with his granddaughter, but I kind of get your decision. Or, he's learned much today. With the help of others, he may grow stronger than he ever imagined.
I think we have a very clear winner.
So, super robust decision tree, but just big and branching enough to design entire gameplay around. Yeah, exactly. It's big enough that if you want to advocate a specific path, you certainly can do so. So we went for the choice of community here. And you can easily do a path where it's all about Laszlo and Nora reconnecting. But that's not where we went. So here's where we're going. So now I'm going to get lots of bond crystals. We decide to stay for a while. Nora for the atmosphere. Me to see if I can pry off the last of Laszlo's armor. Then I get an idea to get him to talk.
Why don't we grab a drink with your friends over there, Laszlo?
He hesitates for a second before grabbing a big bottle from the fridge.
Sure.
We join Laszlo's posse around the far table, older folks from Mantina and abroad. It all feels so normal. Derogatory jokes at Laszlo's expense, talk of the island and of Alma. MK, the new neighborhood they raised and rebuilt. Someone mentioned that Ursula fought the construction for years, and it happened.
I need to come clean, folks. Ursula's been gone for a few days. She's disappeared.
What are you blepping about, my love? This is news to the rest of the group.
I feel responsible. And I'm sorry if, you know, I hurt you.
Around the table, people show their support. Hands are shaken, promises are made to go out and look for her, ask questions. It's all quite moving. And when things come down, his eyes meet mine. Is that gratitude?
The truth is, I knew it was coming. That something was coming, at least. Things have felt off for weeks. At home. Here. A feeling in the air. Again, sorry.
Oh, he thinks he's personally responsible.
To all of you. Nora, most of all. Sorry.
Oh.
I just... It's hard. I didn't want anyone else to bear the burden.
Nora smiles gently, strides to the chair next to her grandfather and leans over. She rests her head on his considerable shoulder. For the first time since I arrived, I see a genuine smile cross his face. Thank you, Harmony is the name of the trophy we've earned. The objective nodes may generate consequences that impact later chapters of the story. This will give you access to entire branches of the future and cut you off from others. Keep this in mind when planning your route on the Algol. Interesting. End of chapter. Well, there's no way of knowing how significant of an impact this has until we get to later options, right?
Very Scarlet Hollow.
I know. All right, end of chapter. Because of the choices you made when dealing with Laszlo, you made great progress towards an outcome. You've chosen the path laid out before you by an aspiration, but the future might still be in your hands. Outcomes may have greater consequences than objectives. Will you stay on the same path, or would you rather change the course for the future? But a tyrant spell has bound me, is chapter 3. More glory and grief than I can tell, all hushed and still within the house. If you don't have what it takes to lead the way, then fine. Or we're going to have to get an awful lot of bliss crystals if we want to do this. That's what I was trying to figure out, Ozzy. If there is some sort of poem being formed here.
All hushed and still within the house is a Bronte Sisters poem. What's chapter 1?
More glory and grief than I can tell. These may be the titles of poems. And then the third one is, but a tyrant spell has bound me. And there are 3 possible outcomes here. Interesting. I think we're now far enough away that we're not gonna get to the bliss ending. You have to kind of gear hard towards it if you want it.
They're all one poem.
They're all the same poem?
They're all Spellbound by Emily Bronte.
Interesting.
And interestingly, it is a poem about a dark, freezing winter storm, which ends with the line, I will not, cannot go.
Yeah. I am too. I'm really curious to see how this of the 3 aspirations we have met so far, Bond is the one that I'm most attracted to.
Me too, I like Bond.
Dun, 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 dun. And on that note, let's do the first act, the first part of chapter 3, and then we're going to have to take our midstream break. Hang on a second. So let's start chapter 3. Trusted hands. I knew I could trust Nora and Laszlo to find a lead.
Beg pardon, it's multiple Bronte poems, but so far it's all Bronte. Yeah, that's where you're living. That's the cliffside house.
The shed. Hey, Baba. A new day dawns. Consciousness returns slowly. As I open my eyes, they feel like hot marbles rolling in their sockets. Ouch. Yesterday was more intense than I had imagined. Reconnecting with Laszlo took an emotional toll I'm not sure either of us was ready for. I checked the clock. Past 10. Late. 5 more minutes wouldn't hurt. But as my eyes close, there's a flicker, and I'm back in Reverie. I open them, and I'm at home, in bed. And this is becoming intolerable. I wait a few moments to see if the sensation returns, but it leaves me be for now. Time to get up. This is the Naiads. I absolutely love this kitchen so much. I don't think it's...
Are you sure you saw it in here?
I don't think she's hungover. I think she's struggling with being in a suspended state of existence in 2 places at once.
Yes, it was by the sink. I was listening to my podcast.
Researching about the Oxyons, are you?
Oxyons.
I'm sure there's a connection between them and Ursula and... Oh! Morning, sleepyhead.
Looks like the 2 of them had been out for a while. For Laszlo, that's not a surprise, but Nora's usually a night owl. Breakfast is all laid out. Banana crepes, hazelnut and sesame paste, fresh mangoes. My favorite.
How are you 2 this awake already?
Already? It's nearly lunch.
Old man.
Grandpa, tell her!
Tell me what?
No, you do it.
We have a lead! On Ursula.
Nora, I adore you. Consequences of objective. The next node's barrier was removed after you reached last chapter's objective. Okay. The other is forever inaccessible to you. You might not see the consequences of an objective node until much later in the story. Hang on a second. I need to see the overview of the act here. No. Ah. Okay. No, I still have access to... It still looks like I have access to everything. Laszlo's backup plan. Conditions. Oh, see, look at the conditions. This one's locked. See, I can't do...
Interesting.
I can't do sharing secrets because Laszlo didn't open up to Nora a bit more. I can do this one, which is Laszlo is right to believe in the kindness of strangers, which will get me a bond crystal. It doesn't look like I can pick. Laszlo and Nora don't trust themselves enough to spend this time together with sharing secrets. No, I can, actually. I can pick either one. They just look different. Interesting. Let's explore this after the break, everybody. Because it implied that something was locked off. But it doesn't seem to be, or maybe this just... They have a lead, but it's implied that I can check either one of these. Either I can gain a power crystal or I can gain a bond crystal. I can either find jade threads or I can explore the printing room. Interesting. Oh, no, these are these chains because it's locked. Lazo's backup plan is I have to lose one power and bond. Why do I lose crystals? Interesting. This is locked. Oh, there's lots of interesting. Tell Nora to be assertive. Just play or explore the printing room. See, that one arcs up. That one also arcs up. Have one bond crystal. I'm just exploring a little bit, folks. Or if I have one power crystal. So power versus bond is going to be the choices here. Yeah, it's power or bond here. Interesting. Which, I mean, it'll probably be bond, let's be honest. I'm not a big power fan. We'll see. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm good. We're on our midstream break. I didn't get to give the little, hey, if you haven't stood up and had a wiggle. It's actually
hey,
past
if you haven't
midstream.
stood up and had a wiggle yet.
Yeah, exactly. Also keeping an eye on the heat pump to see if it's keeping the house cooler. Not terribly. But I'll get to that. Oh, it's going to be so warm when I'm doing all this work. Blah, 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 blah. Random thought I came across this. Someone felt old about seeing Slayers referred to as an old anime, to which I checked what popular anime officially turned vintage this year, and because of the 20th anniversary, Suzuya Miya anime is officially vintage.
I was in HMV the other day,
what is the definition of vintage?
Which is something of a vintage experience in and of itself, and I thought, it's been ages since I've seen Ghost in the Shell. I wonder which version it's... Oh god, I'm 7 versions of Ghost in the Shell behind. And then I left. But not before picking up Treasure Planet, which I've wanted to see for ages, and which was on Blu-ray for very cheap, and which, brilliantly, I got age-checked for.
You got age-checked?
Like, the dude rang it up at the counter and kind of looked at it, and looked at me, and looked at it, and said,
Is the definition of vintage truly only 20 years?
If so, basically, a lot of the stuff I like is vintage.
I own clothing that's vintage that I bought the first time. Oh, God, I'm going to turn into dust. I thought it was 40 or 50 years for vintage. I know anything over 100 is an antique, quote unquote.
Doesn't that mean that your
my sunglasses
Prius was vintage?
My Prius was vintage. My sunglasses are vintage.
I'm nearly vintage.
You're nearly vintage. Yes, exactly. 20 plus years old. Oh my god. I gotta sit with that for a while.
Jason figured this one out. Yeah, not my best day.
Right. Terrifying. I think we're going to be back from that in about 30 seconds, folks. Nearly vintage. Yes, Alistair, totally.
I prefer to think of myself as retro.
There's no technical definition for retro. Breaking Bad will be vintage TV.
Still not seen it.
Yeah, not high on my priority list.
I have this unusual.
Hey, KP.
The dude was so amused by it. He was like, "This is a universal." Yeah. I have to ask your age. I'm so sorry. And I was like, I said, would you like me to get my mum? And after he stopped laughing, he said, how about I just get my manager?
All right.
I chatted to them a little bit, and as they left, they were both like, make sure you watch that with an adult.
So funny. We were actually going to watch that this weekend, weren't we?
And then the Sad Boys happened.
Yeah, we finally got to start the Schemers table last night. Yes, we are like 12 weeks behind. That's okay.
It's the fact that Brennan actually makes a joke about it. And so we return to the day after the events we last saw 6 months ago.
Exactly. The movie itself is old enough to drink alcohol. Right? Okay, so here are our options. Laszlo and Nora don't trust themselves enough to spend this time together for sharing secrets, which gets us power, or Bond, Laszlo is right to believe in the kindness of strangers. It makes perfect sense for me to pick this option. Fuck power. We'll worry about power later. Right?
Power's going to look much grumpier by the time we're done with this game.
Bad news, there's some kind of insect invading my house, and the exterminator can't come until Tuesday. I'm really sorry. That is the worst. Is it... Yeah. I always have to be specially mindful of ants around the first hot day of the weather, but I did finish a fancy holiday robe. That is a very fancy holiday robe. Well done. Also, I love that you have a dress form. Okay, so let's go with someone in the crowd, because otherwise... No, I want to reward the fact that he opened up the community. There we go. It takes a few seconds for my mind to adjust to what I just heard. We drank quite a bit last night. It seems that Laszlo's friends were adamant he needed to party hard. Being an adult means you can skip therapy for a good old all-night binge. It's been ages since I've been hungover. All right, just focus.
What's happening? Spill.
Last night, one of my friends reminded me about a girl at the Naiads. She came to meet with Ursula. Several times, in fact. I asked who she was, and your mother said she was a journalist, interested in publishing some of her poems.
Journalists don't publish poems.
Which is weird. Nobody publishes poetry nowadays.
Especially not a journalist.
I have to admit that Ursula hasn't sold a single text in decades. Anyway, I didn't push it. Assumed your mother would tell me the truth when she was ready. But then...
Then she disappeared off the face of the earth.
Anyway, I mentioned this girl to my regulars. She's not the sort of person you forget easily. So, Jack thought he recognized the description, and this morning...
That's not Jack, that's Jacques.
He dropped this off. Well, show her.
Laszlo grabs something off the counter and hands it to me. A magazine. It's a local publication, anti-corporate, anti-fascist. Mono-concern seems to be the theme of this issue, unsurprisingly.
Second page, editor's column.
There's a lengthy piece on the inside cover. It skewers MK, their actions on Lantina, their checkered history. At the bottom, there's a photo and a single name.
Jade.
Ooh, that's her. I think she's quite famous around here. Badass type.
Sounds like she's got a new fan.
Jack also told us the
Jacques.
printer's address. Might be a good start.
We've got some mutuals in common too. Maybe we could hit them up instead. They'll know how to contact her for sure.
We've got options. That's a good start. A really good start. Okay, so causality. The locked symbol indicates the node is locked. You need to reach the key that opens it. Seek for key icons in the augural. Select the node you want to play to find its key. Oh, those are Bond's leaves!
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, we're doing detective work. Basically, we need to figure out which key we want to use. Pretty limited definition of journalist. I mean, journals publish poetry, yes, but a journalist is usually somebody who is investigating. It is a distinction. In this case, it is a difference without a distinction.
Did you just stop yourself editing?
Yes. Be very proud of me.
I always am.
So, we can either say Jade's personal issues or Ursula and MK. Why would I want to investigate Jade's personal issues? That sounds rude. Tell Norda to be assertive. Come back here. But this gives me bond options, whereas this method is, unfortunately, I do believe, about power. It's about speaking truth to power. Ultimately, it all comes down to the same option because it's not about bliss. But this might be one of those situations where a power option is appropriate because we're trying to investigate this magazine speaking truth to power.
So...
Because these options seem to be all about this Jade and her personal issues. And I'm like, that's really rude.
So now we've got a reason to have a power option. Then.
So either tell Nora to find Jade's friends, or we explore the printing room. I think we explore the printing room.
I think we explore the printing room.
Yeah, I think this is a utility of power. Alright, let's explore the printing room. Because it's still going to get us a key that's going to unlock this technique forward, which is about Ursula and MK or Jade's personal issues. And bluntly, it's not our place to get into Jade's personal issues. It's interesting that these consequences are going to make us lose a crystal. Which is okay, I don't mind losing a power crystal, honestly. So let's do this. Let's check out the underground printing room. Her business contacts are more likely to have forwarding addresses and such, and I decide to focus on the other lead.
Let's check the printers.
All right. I'll get my keys and we'll head out.
Let's go.
I love how the design of the island is.
Oh, it's a funicular!
I love these. It's kind of one part Toronto, one part Glasgow, one part kind of New York.
Right. The place isn't far. It's a ramshackle house that for all intents and purposes appears to be abandoned. Still, when we rap on the door, someone opens up. Someone who is most certainly not happy to see us. She looks to be about my age. As soon as Laszlo mentions Jade, she jams a finger to her lips and points to the sky, i.e., we're being surveilled. Several drones hover above the street, searching for something or just on patrol.
Can we talk about the fact that drones are little piggies?
Nora and I nod and stroll a little way down the street. As soon as the drones move on, Laszlo disappears inside.
Any idea what this Jade might have wanted with Ursula?
Is that suspicion I detect?
Come on. It's a little weird, right? A stranger at the Naiads. A journalist, of all things. And then my mother disappears.
If it were anyone else, yeah, sus. But this is Jade. She's got to be the most active activist on the island. Plus, she has, like, moral scruples.
Is it just me, or is Nora starting to sound like Jade's #1 fan?
I'm getting crush vibes.
About Jade.
Or crush.
If we find her, she'll help if she can. I know it.
No. Laszlo emerges from the house and strides over, a big grin on his face. Okay. So we can either ask about Jade or ask about the printing room. Maybe you should have paid attention to Nora and Laszlo's relationship when the time was right. Doesn't matter. Each one goes the same way. Oh, but I can't use that option because I don't have a power crystal. Interesting. So now I have to ask about Jade as opposed to asking about the printing room. Okay. Yeah, see, it's locked. Laszlo's back, but he's keeping quiet. He sticks his hands in his pockets, clearly enjoying our impatience.
The owner said she hadn't seen Jade in a while. Usually pops by every few days, but not anymore. She also said something was a bit off. Jade's fire was gone, or something like that. The mag was everything to her. And then, she stopped caring. Truth be told, the owner was more than a little spooked, worried. Thought Mono Concern might have caught Jade's scent.
This has got to be tied to Ursula.
I need to get Nora to chill out a bit.
No. It's all just a bunch of stuff happening at the same time right now. No solid links. Could be a coincidence, you know?
Skate Park is where we'll find her, if she wants to be found. We should head over there. I'm interested in having a chat with this young woman everyone's so enamored with.
That's a little creepy, Laszlo, to be honest.
Big dad energy.
That is a little creepy dad energy. Yeah, I don't want to get into the personal issues of someone I haven't met yet. That doesn't seem appropriate. What happened there? Okay. What was it about? What's the connection to Ursula? Okay. We're walking through the streets. Laszlo's in front, a smile on his face. Nora and I are behind, trying to keep up with him.
Did the owner know what Jade was working on? Might have something to do with why she was talking to Ursula.
She said, far as she could tell, Jade was on a big MK investigation. Something to do with a public health program? No specifics, though. Jade hadn't delivered the copy.
Nora almost shudders.
Nothing that could go wrong there.
Doesn't sound like anything Ursula would have a hand in.
I can sense something surrounding us, like a warm blanket. Is one of the aspirations trying to reach me? But as I try to focus on it, it disappears. Interesting. You've unlocked this node. You can now access it normally. Okay. So now we're going to... Laszlo seems to know something from Ursula's past. Interesting. There's a shared charge between us, unconscious but evident. Each of us is looking over our shoulders more, checking the skies for drones, our surroundings for eavesdroppers, like a spy, on my own island.
Doesn't surprise me that your mother might be involved in something to do with that bloody company.
No, me neither. Remember those papers she wrote when I was a kid? MK didn't like those at all.
Ursula was protesting MK.
Not directly. Her work was all about ancient history, historical accounts, Oxyon stuff. MK didn't like any of that. But it was a very different beast back then. Barely a pop.
Oxyon stuff. Is that the indigenous culture?
Yeah, there's been some implication that basically the entire island has been colonized.
Ugh.
And that MK are just colonizing on top of the colonization.
Either way, she was no fan of Mono Concern, or what it was doing to Atina. Her and Jade teaming up to take them down. Yeah, I can see that.
But without telling us? Your mother is a secretive person, sure, but she would have said something.
I turn to Nora. She looks like she agrees. Hello, my love. Cat break. Hey, baby.
He's got a little bit of pinkage on his tail.
Does he?
Just a tiny bit.
Is he over grooming already? Oh. Take the cooling mat over there for him.
Yeah.
It's okay, honey. This is the time of year where cats can overgroom because they're warm.
Well, he might. It might just be the light.
Okay. We're taking a quick pause here to encourage Twiglet to find his cooling mat. Well, it's supposed to be 30, almost 28 degrees today. So we're trying. We've taken his cooling mat out, and we're reminding him that it exists, so that if he needs to kind of cool down a little bit, he's got something to lie on.
He tends to deal with the heat really well. He basically just takes himself off, sleeps in a nice dark room, doesn't sleep at all at night when the temperature drops 10
Yeah,
degrees.
he's very active at night right now. I woke up once in the night and he was definitely running around.
Yeah.
Good boy. Alright, so... So now we have to pick this Laszlo's backup plan. It may be risky, but it could work. I will lose power to do this, though, which is interesting. Okay, let's scroll out a little bit here. He is a short-haired white cat, probably good with heat and cat standards. Yeah, he's doing okay. Interesting. So there's a couple of different choices coming up. I don't think we're going to finish this chapter today. We're running out of time. This is going to be the first node we take where we could lose crystals.
That's an interesting
Nodes can also make you lose
in.
crystals when you reach them. This node will make you lose 1 bond crystal and 1 power crystal. Well, I only have 1 bond crystal. I don't have any power crystals, so it doesn't matter. And I also don't have a choice. So here we are. There's my little... Look at my little clingy hut on the side of the...
House on the cliff. I love that for you.
We head to the skate park. The streets are quieter now, with rush hour long since over. Look, it's animated too. You can see the tram. I'm just trying to look at some other features around the city. A stray dog trots alongside us for a moment, sniffs my hand, then wanders off. Jade is a long shot, but she's our only shot. Besides, Laszlo claims he has a plan.
All right, out with it then.
Posters.
Posters.
Okay.
Of Ursula.
Exactly.
Oh, that's the first time we've seen her.
Look, your mother may not be the best-known woman on this island, but she has connections. Hell, the Naiads is basically a community center, and everyone at the bar knows her. We get her face up everywhere, tell people to contact us. We're bound to get something back.
Nora and I share a glance. This feels good. It could
And if
work.
we do find this Jade, well, we could run an ad in that magazine of hers.
Use her network to spread the word even further.
Exactly.
That sounds like a pretty good way to piss off MK.
Yeah. But Jade's our best chance. If we get close to her, we get closer to MK as well.
Yeah, we don't really have a choice about that. The more we learn, the more Ursula's disappearance becomes shrouded in mystery. Was it really the results of politics? Did she get herself into something she couldn't get out of? And is creating a public scandal really the best way to find our answers? Local poet disappears, MK does nothing. They won't say or do anything. They're already on the move, getting away with much, much worse.
Eyes on the prize. You're getting closer, right? You're making moves.
Yes, maybe Nora and Lazo are right. Maybe this will work out.
Keep that momentum going. Reverie still needs you.
Bliss suddenly becomes absorbed in her handheld console, focused on smashing 2 specific buttons as fast as possible. This glimpse of her undivided concentration is impressive, but it doesn't seem to be going as she planned.
No! Ugh. Can you try to wrap it up before I rage quit this game?
Bliss must know that I can't answer right
Also,
now.
You didn't hear this from me, but Power's getting all ceremonial about the truth situation.
I'd like to ask what that even means, but I can't. And anyway, she's already gone. Right. So, Jade. When we get to the skate park, how should we approach her? Okay. Let's check these notifications. I've lost crystals. Okay, so here's various net objectives. Create a public scandal. Oh, I have 3 options. I have to have 3 power crystals. Let's keep it secret. So, create a public scandal. People will need to know about Ursula's disappearance. That's the power option. Let's keep it secret. Is Bliss, you need to protect yourself and your loved ones first. Or persuade Jade to network, which is the bond option. She has strong ties to Alma's activist community. They could help. Who's Alma? Oh, God. Interesting. So those are going to be our big 3. That's the wrong button. Yeah, see, those are our big 3 options here. Interesting, you could almost get the Bliss option out of it, but it is keep it secret. I'm like, we're not keeping it secret. No. Keep it straightforward. She may take it more seriously, or try to befriend Jade. She may be more inclined to open up.
That's a really tough call.
I have to have a Bliss crystal in order to do this, so I can't. I don't have a Bliss crystal, so we're going to have to be professional about it with keep it straightforward as opposed to trying to befriend. I can't try to befriend because I don't have a Bliss. Okay, that's a good thing to know. That unlocks take the lead. Or this one will unlock Trust Jade. I don't want to keep it secret. I want to get to persuade her to network, which means I need bond crystals. And I don't think this path leads me to any bond crystals. It doesn't. Oh no. So this option, see, this path only has power and bliss. In order to get to it, no, I still can go this way, it looks like. I don't think I can. Well, because I don't think I have any... Because I don't have a bliss crystal, I can't go the bond route. which means I don't get to pick the Bond outcome. So I think that means that my only options now is I'm going to have to create a public scandal, as opposed to persuading Jade to network. Oh gosh, this gets really complicated.
So what are our three options? Create a public scandal,
keep it a secret, or persuade Jade to network. Persuade Jade to network is the one that I want to have.
But you don't
But
have
in
the
order
crystals.
to do that, I have to have 3 Bond crystals.
Do you have any?
And there's no Bond crystals to be earned in this path. The only Bond crystals to be earned are over here. In order to get at that, I had to have had a bliss, and I don't have a bliss. Okay, well, we're kind of getting gated here, which is interesting.
15-minute warning, by the way.
Yeah, I know. So I can unlock Trust Jade, or this one unlocks Take the Lead. I want to unlock Trust Jade. I do want to try to befriend her. It's just not going to get me what I want. Let's try this. Cute.
That's a cool skate park. I like that.
Looks like it's an old, almost looks like an old swimming pool. We arrive at the skate park and my heart sinks. It's deserted, not a soul in sight. I'm about to suggest we come back later when I hear a squeak from Nora. It's Jade, appearing from behind a half-pipe. Time for a charm offensive.
Jade?
The young woman's guard is immediately up. No doubt she's used to being recognized and suspicious who we might be.
Help you?
I like the necklace.
My name's Polly. This is Laszlo and Nora.
Hey.
Oh, I ship it.
I think you know my mother. Ursula?
From the Naiads? Your mum, is she? Funny how we studied her poetry at school. At uni, even.
You have no idea. We wanted to speak to you because we thought you could help us with... She vanished, my mother, a few days ago. And we thought maybe you could help.
Jade turns to look out over the ocean. She shifts a little, readjusts her stance. Thinking.
I'm sorry to hear that.
She sounds genuine, almost shocked. Her demeanor has changed slightly.
We wondered if anything you could tell us. Anything at all.
That would mean the world to us.
I shoot Nora a look. Calm down. We don't want to scare her off. Hey, stop telling Nora to calm down. Nora gets to live her truth.
Nora's earring changes sides.
I don't think so. Maybe. Jade maintains her silence. Suddenly she turns away from the view and looks me straight in the eye.
When did she disappear, exactly? What was she like the day before? Was she acting strange?
This isn't the passionate Jade I've heard about. She feels cold, analytical. What's that about? Studied literature but dropped out. Mother from Malta, father from Atina, estranged, raised by her mother. Got good grades until she dropped out of school. No stable income. Writes articles for various independent publications on an irregular basis. Refused offers to join Monzo concerns open employment workshops. I have a theory. Oh, hold on. There's something under society here as well. MK delivery drones.
No piggies.
The future of B2B and B2C. Yes, exactly. Go drones. And here's the skate park.
The Amadios.
Tried to, in the mid-10s, MD tried to buy this 18 piece of architecture. When the software was met with contempt by the local community, the corporation eventually agreed to leave it untouched. Since this unfortunate incident, Amadios has also become a symbol of anti-MK activism.
That's interesting.
Huh.
Amadios is a dark primal epithet of the Greek god Dionysus, translating roughly to the eater of raw flesh.
Ooh. Interesting. I'm gonna snooze the ad break because I want to see if we can finish out the stream. The opposite of the energetic-driven fire starter I'd imagined.
Look, I'm sorry to press you on this. I really am. But we really need to know if you two were planning anything beyond the poetry.
She moves closer and she's still not answering.
Did she mention anything about a meeting with someone you'd never heard of? Was anything missing with her? A suitcase, clothing, money?
Clearly the charm offensive failed. Despite the increasing tension, I am a little sad. I used to be better at putting people at ease. Time for a different tack. An inevitable node is only active when all of its conditions are cleared. This one will only activate if you collect a bliss crystal. So I picked the wrong... So I can't go that way. I can't go that way. I have to go this way, essentially. Trying to befriend her didn't work. Keeping it straightforward might have been different, but okay. So my options are interrupt her or answer Jade's questions. I think I'm going to answer her questions, because if I do that and get a bliss crystal, maybe I can change and go to the focus path. So let's answer her questions and give this a try. Actually, what I want to do right here... Yeah, let's answer the questions and see if that'll let us backtrack a little bit, and then we'll take a break.
Sounds good.
I answer Jade's questions as best as I can, but I have to stifle my impatience. It feels like this is getting us nowhere. Weren't we the ones supposed to be asking the questions? When I do manage to get in a question, Jade just deflects it with a number. Every time I answer, she asks for more details. She's a journalist. She's not being aggressive. She's defending herself, making sure we can be trusted. Perhaps she's vetting us. Yeah.
Of course.
Listen to me. Don't fight her.
I know. I'm trying.
The real problem is I can see Nora crossing her arms and scowling. She's annoyed and getting dangerously close to the boiling point. But I'm hoping that just got me the bliss crystal. It did. So now I can either trust her, wait until she's done, she'll be grateful you did, or I can switch to she expected a different Jade, one with more empathy I can understand.
My gut says this deflects. This de-escalates Nora, which means you've got a similar path to productivity.
Because this is the final outcome that I want. Is I want Jade to use her network. I don't want to do the public. I don't want to go public and I don't want to go private. I want the Mass Effect middle option. And in order to do that, I have to now change tactics away from yeah, I've got the bliss crystal. So I either have to... Yeah, I want to go over here. I want to do this. See how it's shiny now? Why is it shiny? I don't know, but I want to go this way. From the corner of my eye, I can see Nora standing frozen. Her usual electric fidgeting has stilled. Jade's up close now, arms crossed, straight-backed, every bit the investigative journalist. This isn't the badass Nora expected. As Jade continues to hammer questions at us, I can see Nora's shoulders set, her face turned down. She's not just disappointed, she's getting defensive. I don't really blame her, but this is a delicate conversation. Can we risk her getting on edge? So now... You have to go back and forth! So now I have to go back over here. Now that's the power option. I don't want the power option. Interesting. So I can either, it looks like, but I don't have enough power. I only have one power crystal. How do I get another bliss crystal then? That one's locked. Wait until she's done. You'll be grateful you did. Okay. So this will get us the second bliss. I try again with our questions. What did you know? Why were they meeting?
I was doing another investigation into MK, and Ursula was helping. We believe the company was dipping its toes into medical care or a public health program. A couple of neighborhood kids said an MK agent offered them coupons and free samples. Said it was to test a new product line. They call it Egregore.
Ooh.
They claimed...
Shit.
She sighs, rubs her forehead.
It was going to help with exams, stress, clarity of mind and all that.
Egregore is something generated by Reverie. Clarity of the mind? Sounds like something out of Reverie. But how?
That's all I know.
Oh, I know why she turned to Ursula.
Wait. You contacted my mother because of her work on the Oxiums, on the history of Athena, right?
I only found her stuff by chance. Sounds like MK tried to have it burned, but a few copies survived. That was the only other reference to Egregore I ever found.
Silence descends as we attempt to unravel these revelations. Sounds like this goes far deeper than we thought, but everything we've learned so far is just circumstantial guesswork. Laszlo's not taking the additional MK factor well, neither is Nora, who looks dumbstruck. Has MK done something to my mother? Okay.
That's a hell of a spot to leave it if you want.
Yeah. I think I've got one snooze left to wrap this up. Part of me really wants to push forward a little bit and try to finish the chapter. We're almost there. It's interesting that you have to kind of follow the bliss path and then we go back and unlock. Nora is being clumsy, but all she wants is to connect with Jade, which I think is important. So now that we've gone this way and let Jade lead the conversation and give us a piece of information, now we need to focus our attention on Nora being comforted and bonding with Jade. Ask Jade to use her network. No, I want to turn my attention in order to get past, because I want to see what the rest of this path is. If I do this, then what happens? It'll get me a bond crystal. But then all I do is I do that, it lets her talk. And then I have to go back over here. And I'll gain 2 more bliss crystals, which will let me go back and forth. Hang on. Listen to Jane's plan. Or approve Laszlo's plan. So those are the outcomes, but I wanna... Hello. We're running late for stream. In fact, folks, I want to spend about 15 more minutes finishing this chapter because the calculation is a bit complex. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run an ad break, and if folks are okay to stick around for an extra 15 minutes as we run a bit late, great. And if not, if you have to go, that's totally fine as well. So let me run this last ad break and do a little bit of calculating about how it is I want to play this. We'll be right back. Because I think what I have to do is I kind of have to game it. See, Nora, I have to have 2 bliss crystals here, which will get me a bond crystal. But if there's the, because that'll get me a bond crystal, which will let Nora speak. But then at this option, I have to have 3 bonds. I'll only have 2 bonds by the time I get there. And I want to net out with 3 bonds, right? Yeah, because now you gotta worry about the losses. And I can't earn any bond over here. So I have to earn bond here. And then here. No, that's lose 2 bond. This is have 3 bond. I don't think I'll have enough for that. Have 2 bliss crystals, which I now do. Gain 1. Gain 1. So that'll have 3 and lose me 2 bliss, but it'll let me go through that way. Okay, it's doable. It is doable. I kind of dig this whole... Because there's something here called Jade's Confession. And Jade offering her help. And I want to involve Nora. So I want to do this part, which will get me some more... We can talk about printing the posters, which revokes Nora loses her cool, which I don't want to do. If we ask Jade to use her network, that'll gain me 2 crystal, 2 more bliss, but won't revoke my access to Nora losing her cool. Which is fine. Okay, so I'm going to do this one, and then we're going to switch tactics to here. Because Nora's going to blow her top, and that's fine. Okay. Alright. Folks, just so, like I said, we're going to run a little bit late. Oh, what I want to choose you. Yeah. So here's my plan. I'm going to pick this node next, which is asking Jade if she's going to help. Because it says, but she might have her own problems. And that's when I can switch over to, I'll have enough bliss crystals still for Nora's path, which will gain us enough of the bond crystals to take the middle path here. That's my intention. So, we go here. It says it's locked. Why is it locked? Why is it locked? Nora loses her cool is inevitable. Okay, so we gotta go to Nora loses her cool first. Fine. Nora strides forward.
All right, enough.
Uh-oh.
We've been going out of our minds with worry for days. We heard you might be the sort of person who'd want to help. Help when people are lost, but you're just digging for details. Is the story all you care about?
Go, Nora!
We don't need that. Come on, Paul. If she's not going to help us, we'll find someone who will.
Jade's a stranger to us and a journalist to boot. A hardened shell is practically a job requirement. But Nora's words have caught her off guard. She steps back, arms hanging loose at her side. Oh, good girl. Okay.
Did you get a bond crystal off that?
Yes. So, either let Nora speak or we can shush her.
My instinct
No,
is...
don't let her upset Jade, says Bliss, but I care more about letting her speak.
Yeah.
Because I want the bond crystals. When I get 3 bond crystals, I can have the ending I want. Well, hang on a second. I need to gain 1 more bond crystal. Because there's Jade's confession is the outcome I want, and I have to have 3. So... It's clear Nora has more to say, so I keep quiet. We've all been through the ring of late. This might help her relieve some pressure.
I knew I shouldn't have gotten so hyped. But who you are, what you do, you seem to be doing so much good around here. I really don't have words for it, so I thought... But I understand. I'm in no position to ask for more. Let's go.
Oh,
Nora.
Jade's eyes have misted over. There are tears there, welling up at the edges.
Oh, shit. I didn't mean to... Oh, hell,
It's okay. It is. Don't worry about it.
The hard edge has evaporated almost completely. Jade wipes her eyes, then her nose.
The last few days, they've been a lot. Like, a lot.
Oh.
The last few months, even. Harder than anything I could ever imagine.
She looks up, trying to force her tears back down. Oh. So now... I want Jade's confession. I can ask her to offer her help. I'm 1 bliss crystal shy of offering her help. But Jade's confession seems important. Is what I want. I'm just wondering if there's a way to come back over here and get some more crystals. Hang on a second. Let's zoom back in and take a look. I think I can zoom out a little bit. Yeah. So currently we have, these are the big endings. The endings of the chapter. And I want this one, persuade Jade to network. And I have to have 3 bond crystals to do it, which I currently have, which is great. So what I'm trying to figure out is if Jade's confession I want to do, but I think I can also ask Jade to use her network, which will get me some more crystals. It says it's locked though, and I don't know why. I think it's because I currently have an inevitable over here. So we're going to go with Jade's confession, which will lose me those 2 bliss crystals, but let me pick the ending that I want, which is fun. Okay.
I'm sorry. Really. That was rude of me. Disrespectful. Not my intention.
No, please. It's all right. Really.
I've spent the last weeks, months actually, digging into MK's plan for this place, and I just can't take it anymore. They own everything. The systems, the records, the security. They roll over the vulnerable and suck up every resource they can. It's heinous. It's unfair. And I can't do anything to stop it. And no one gives a shit. Feels like it's just me out here sometimes, you know?
Her voice is tired, her gaze evades ours. Even her hand gestures are weary. Jade's exhausted beyond imagination.
I know that's not true, but it feels like it. I have people with me, sure. Friends, comrades, but it never stops. Now Ursula and... Yeah, it's all gotten a little much.
I'm sorry too.
For a moment, I wonder if Nora might hug Jade, near stranger or not. From the way her arms lift, it looks like she wants to.
I realized I was so angry about everything. I think I'd feel the same in your shoes.
Jade actually smiles.
Thanks. It's just like...
Smile, good.
I'd like to help if I can. I don't know if I'm good for anything at the moment.
Burnout's a hell of a thing.
Yeah, you could say that.
Confidence is the name of the trophy we've just earned. So now that we've unlocked the secret that she's burned out, we could try asking Jade to use her network. Yeah, my headset just blinked, so give me a second. Alright. Oh yeah, my headset needs to be charged after this. Okay, hopefully that's a bit better. Now let's try asking her to use her network. Because it'll get us some more crystals. No, it says it's locked. No, I think because I switched paths, it's not going to let me... Now the final outcome is basically inevitable. It's not going to let me go that far back and forth. I.e., I'm not allowed to crystal farm. Okay, good to know. But now we have the option of... We can either ask Jade to use her network. Well, that's basically the only one we can do. It's the way it's engineered, is it's one or the others. She could help, but she might have her own problems. Oh, yeah, where am I? Hang on. So, options are... I have no bliss crystals. I like that it is possible, even this late in the act, that this chapter could get you over the edge if you want to change your ending. But what I want is the Bond ending, which is persuade Jade to network. This is the best way to reach Ursula without causing too much trouble. Oh, see, there we go with the whole no conflict thing.
Yeah.
Until I know more, it is not an unwise decision to make progress without making yourself a target.
Which is what Bond's greatest strength is,
right.
I think.
Let's keep it secret, is Bliss saying, you guys are taking some risks here, I hope you'll be okay. Creating public scandal is Power saying, oh, hang on. You could have made a stronger impact. So Bliss doesn't want to take any risks. She wants us to just take care of our family and stay small. Power's like, you could have gone bigger. And I'm like, we're going to go in the middle path that keeps us moving forward.
Like you say, establish trust.
A shared burden. Jade's mouth tightens. She's made a decision.
All right. I'll hit up my network.
Are you sure?
Yeah. It's still risky, but it's not like shouting the search from the rooftops. No offense.
None taken.
If MK Cotton's on, we've got a better chance of containing it if we know who knows what. It's our best option, for sure.
She looks at Nora and smiles warmly. Nora smiles back. Sounds like we have a plan. Okay. Something on your mind? Jane has more to say, especially to Nora. Let's finish the act, or the chapter, or whatever. As it turns out, Jane lives near the Naiad, so we agree to walk back together. For the first time, I notice what a beautiful day it is, the sun warming my skin, the breeze flicking at loose strands of my hair. We meander through Alma, the four of us. It feels almost tranquil.
It's not easy for someone to go missing on this island. Everyone knows everyone and everything. Alma's a small world. A tight-knit community. You'll find her. Problem is, you've got MK between where you are now and where you want to be. No way you're avoiding a tussle.
Yeah. When I left Atina, Monzo concern was background now. He's just a detail in our lives. Now they're a juggernaut, unchallenged, inescapable. And I've realized I'm angry. Resentment burns in me each and every time I hear that name. We turn a corner, and the Naiads floats into view. Nora crosses the path to walk alongside Jade.
Before, but I think I was approached by those MK goons you mentioned. The public health project guys?
Shit. Egregore and everything?
Yeah.
Was this the job she told me about?
Listen, you didn't ask for it, but here's my advice. You see them coming again? You run, or tell them to fuck off, or scream at them, or whatever. But do not take their money, Nora. I'm serious.
No, yeah, I wasn't going to.
I've heard rumors. People who came back the very opposite of healthy. And ones who never came back at all.
There have been other disappearances?
Hard to tell. People go missing all the time. Especially the ones society pushes to its edge.
I can tell Jane's trying to sound reasonable. She's had to deal with
Sometimes
so
they
much.
just move on. Change cities. There are rarely any records. But recently, a lot more people than normal have gone away. And most haven't come back.
But the ones who did come back?
Said they were given this egregore stuff. Pills or injections. And that was it. Some got sick, others were fine. But no clarity of mind business.
Could this be the moment to tell the truth? No. Not yet. Reverie's my burden to bear for now. Protag, did you not just see what Laszlo went through thinking he had to solo a burden? Naughty. How do I bring up the aspirations without sounding like I'm having a stroke?
Right?
Bear that burden you shall.
Oh,
yes,
fuck off.
yes.
You must.
Prick.
I try to ignore Power's voice. I don't want to start acting weird and lose what little trust we've built with Jade. Not for now. Jade gives us a nod and a wave as she heads into her building. As we turn to leave, Bliss appears alongside me. I smile at Nora and Laszlo as we walk along in companionable silence, and Bliss laughs.
Someone's been busy. Well, guess what? We've been busy too. You're not the only bunch investigating. Bond and Power and I have news.
Truth still clings to life, but they are beyond our reach alone.
You're the echo effect for his voice.
Even our own ties have been severed. But we are close. So very close.
I wonder if that's a, oral manifestation of his...
Aspect.
The fact that he is presented as a solo individual by choice of the other aspirations, not because he's not. He is one.
Our world does not cease to be when you are not viewing it.
Yes, yes.
It is imperative that you stabilize your home front quickly so that you may assist us in Reverie. Do whatever you must.
Thanks. I'm trying!
No. So, here's the plan. We can clear the way to Truth Sanctuary, but after that, we'll have to summon you. Be ready.
Okay. And this is, I can't see, I gotta wait a second. End of chapter, it looks like. Alright, that's the end. Woo! You've reached the end of the act. It's time for you to choose an outcome. Only the ones you've unlocked with the crystals you've gathered are available.
So I guess we have this outcome.
Use this tutorial and X on the outcome you want to play. Okay. There's only one proper way to bring an aspiration back to life. Well, that's what we'll pick up next week. How about that? All right, everybody. Thank you very much for running, about 20 minutes later than normal. I'm hungry. It's time for lunch. And then I must return to the wallpaper stripping mines. But that's okay.
As a child, you yearned for the mines.
I do not yearn for these mines. Folks, think of me and make one small decision in your life. And that is, swear to me you will never paint over wallpaper. Please. Please do it for me, who will spend the next 12 hours sweating in an upstairs room at 30-degree temperatures because somebody decided to paint over wallpaper, which means I can't use the wallpaper stripper because it's waterproofed.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. It is a very intriguing game,
it's
right?
Our pleasure, Australian. Honestly, this is one of the reasons why we choose the games we do.
Yeah.
It's always interesting to look at something which has been overlooked through no fault of its own or anyone else's. It's just there is so much stuff out there.
Exactly.
That sometimes really fun, interesting, weird shit like this gets missed.
Yeah. I don't have wallpaper, so I don't have that. That is exactly the state of house I am attempting to get us to.
Wallpaper is the devil's own squirty bit. Let's just...
Wallpaper is the sticker of evil, and I'm trying to purge the evil stickers. Right, where will we be the rest of the week?
Oh,
Today
so many places. We're
Sunday,
back on Wednesday,
so
aren't
we're
we?
back on Wednesday, that's right, with some more Locomotive. The full lid will go live on Friday, which will be our last one before a little bit of a break because, because in 2 weeks, Dropout Presents is here in London, and we will be attending, which will be fabulous.
This coming Saturday, if any of you are British Fantasy Society members, I will be giving a small presentation in the afternoon about the depiction of UFOs and ufology in popular culture.
Which will be amazing. And then we'll be back here next Sunday.
Indeed, for more of this.
Makes walls warm to the touch compared to painted ones.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's totally fair. I did buy paint for my kitchen and basement, but actual painting is going to have to wait until further in the summer. Yeah, I hear you. I'm going to be stripping wallpaper until autumn at this rate. And that's everything. Thank you very much for joining us, everybody.
I've been Alistair.
I've been Marguerite.
And this has been fun. We'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time. Have a good rest of your day.